Hello everyone, this is Jacopo, CEO of Dynamic Studios, for the very first time without my face on the screen. Now that there is no user interface that can be covered by my face, you don't get to see my face. Absolutely fantastic. So, let's start with the new abilities. That's a big chapter. We promised at least 40 new abilities, and more than 40 abilities we do have. Let's check them out one by one. The abilities here are listed by ID, so they're actually listed in the order we have created them. The spell with the highest ID that you could get in the previous test was this one, Bone Barrage, and let's check out all the new ones coming after. I'm just going to show you the names, but I'm pretty sure that many of you are going to pause the video a million times just to be able to read all the tooltips. If you want to do that, enjoy. First one, Lightning Strike. Protection from acid, protection from cold, and protection from electricity. We used to have poison and fire, now we have them all. Burning arrows, chilling arrows, weaken, fear, volley, magnetize, lightning rush, chain lightning, fan of flames, pyroblast, petrify, eruption. When I said eruption, a big thunderstorm has actually struck outside my house. Pretty cool. Barbed skin, acid rain, thunderstorm. There we go, thunderstorm. Dead circle, shivers, mind strike, rend armor, dispel magic, lunge, ram through, resonating blow, execute, entangling roots, mask your wounds, guided shot, shimmering sphere, bloodlust, shield slam, swipe, pierce through, expose vulnerabilities, life drain, mana drain, vicious attacks, shields up, global spell protection, and charge. As you can see, you have a couple of spells that actually use the same icon, and that's because we still have to do 3 or 4 of them, but most are here already. And I would say that most of these abilities are more sophisticated and complex and have more mechanics than the abilities that you used to be able to collect in the previous tests, which still exist, but many have also been slightly reworked as well. Another very nice thing is that we have way more mobility spells right now. So let's create a new preset and find them. We have lunge, that's a dash, and then we have lightning rush and pierce through, so this is 3 different dashes, and also the battle jump that you have already seen in previous tests. Oh, by the way, we have a new spell school that was not planned originally. It's a leadership school that contains abilities that used to be placed under warfare but are now in a separate school because they're all based on buffing your allies, and they rely on charisma. So let's choose this rhinoceros as icon for this preset. Looks pretty cool. And let's test out these new abilities. Let's see them in action. Yes, I'm dashing all around finally, unless of course I end up hitting a wall where I can no longer move. But otherwise I can dash and dash and dash and dash to my heart's pleasure. Now clearly I'm not consuming any mana and I don't have any cooldown because I am using admin powers. But one thing that you may notice now that I removed my admin powers is that this spell has a circle here with a number in it. And these are charge-based spells. So what they do is they accumulate charges according to some rules. For instance, Lightning Rush says that this ability has at most 1, 2, 3, or 4 charges at 0, 12, 18, 24 intelligence. My character has 12 intelligence, so I can have 2 charges at most. And whenever I use it, I consume 1 charge. And to recover 1 charge, I need 10 seconds. So let's have a look. 1 jump, 2 dashes, and here I am. I'm done with all the charges. Now, if I had 25 intelligence, I would have 4 charges. And what this would mean is that if I accumulate this, I can actually do 4 lightning rushes in a row. Let's see that again. 1 charge recovered, 2 charges, 1 dash, 2 dashes. All right, This is a pretty nice mechanic and it applies mostly to mobility spells, but not always. Now here we are looking at the world map, and as you can see, some areas have changed and there are now way more points of interest. Specifically, this area here is populated by ogres, so Ogre Villages. Ogre Villages here as well. Then we got a pretty huge series of bandit encampments and ruins and towers here. And here we have a new goblin hills. So, you know, like this starting area has these goblin hills, and now the starting area in the east has their own goblin hills nearby, where you can continue after you're done with the tutorial with a pretty easy challenge. Then we got a new bandit area also here. They are a lot bigger than they look like on the map. Don't forget that our map is 60 square kilometers, so this is like 2 or 3 square kilometers, you know. So it looks small, but it actually takes a long time to just visit all of this. And we have sea troll dwellings, so we have done a lot of map editing work in this whole coast to make it more exciting and cooler. Let's now go and show some footage of me and the whole Dynamite Studios team. 10 people for now, but growing, soon to be 15 people, fighting against these creatures and dying badly as soon as we deactivate our admin powers. And here we are at the bandit encampments. This area is still a low level one. The challenge rating of creatures in the game goes from 1 to 10. That's not a metric that you can actually see in the UI or anywhere in the book of knowledge. It's an internal metric that we have. And these creatures have a challenge rating of 4, mostly, aside from the bosses that have 5. So they are pretty weak. Consider that the goblins, which are usually the first challenge for new players, have a challenge rating of 3. So this is just slightly higher. However, they can be pretty tricky as they move in huge numbers. You know, you can easily find 10 bandits at the same time next to the same couple of tents. And they have a lot of elemental abilities, a lot of mobility spells, a decent amount of crowd control. So, you know, better get prepared anyway. In this test, we're not using admin powers yet. So you will see us soon die pretty sadly. It started fine, you know, we were doing well. The equipment that we have is tier 0, tier 1, maybe a couple of tier 2 pieces. Yeah, it's, you know, it looked like everything was going well, and then, as you can see, we got wiped. Now I'm still alive because I'm using that bargain, but very soon the clock at my feet is going to stop. I haven't managed to kill any creature to reset the clock, and so I die. Too bad. Back with the admin powers to a new location. We didn't want to make the video too long, so we are not showing you all the different areas where you can find bandit encampments. You got an area with towers and ruined castles and the docks. You know, we're trying to make as many custom assets as possible for each type of point of interest. So all the things that you see here are for bandits only, and it will be the same in the next point of interest I'm going to show you in this video. Now we're almost done in this location, and we'll soon be moving to the next one. And what will it be? Well, let's find out. And it's the Ogress, one of the best looking areas we have in the game today, I believe. We are using admin powers here, so you see we're not taking any damage. If we didn't, we would be dead in like 5 seconds. I mean, we actually tried without admin powers and it ended up tragically. These creatures have a challenge rating of 6 up to 8, so, you know, very, very different from goblins and bandits. I would say this is similar to the challenge rating of earth elementals, the small ones and the big ones in Heartwood, but the situation is made considerably harder by the fact you have a lot of creatures here close to each other, and we have a lot of spellcasters. Now, this is generally something that we're doing as much as we can now. We are trying to always have spellcasting creatures in all the points of interest. Historically, the game has lacked in this regard, and you can feel that because combat was often too easy, PvE was often too easy. But now with all these different new mechanics and combos that these creatures do, PvE has become way more challenging. I think that equipment of tier 2 to 3 and some good enchantments here are needed to fend off all these ogres. Also look at the lighting and the forges and everything here. I love how this area looks. I think our artists did an awesome job here. And now to the last area we want to show to you today, the Sea Troll dwellings. Again, these used to exist already, but now you can see they have custom assets, and we've done a lot of world building to make the whole area more interesting. I mean, the terrain and the environment as a whole. And we hope that we will be able to get eventually the first areas that we made, like the Goblin Hills, on par with this level of quality. And also you will see that there is a new type of troll, the Elder Troll, and also that they are casting way more spells than before, and they are using combos. And the level of this challenge has changed dramatically, even though the base statistics of these creatures are the same, because of how the spells combo with each other, as I've said. And so you better come here with, a good amount of shock resistance on your character. Otherwise, you're going to die pretty early. So this is it for this video. The next one will be on the city changes and the world events and so on. So stay tuned. Bye bye.